One evening, a man returned home from his graveyard shift when he felt something push against him at the front door. Tired, he brushed it off, assuming it was nothing. But later, while reviewing footage from his Ring camera, he noticed something chilling. Something had clearly been caught on camera, something he hadn't seen at the time. Was that what pushed him? A woman was taking photos of the demolition process of an old school. Later, while reviewing her shots, one image stood out. It showed a shadowy figure standing in the hallway, just left of center, partly hidden in the dim light. The strange thing, no workers were near that area and it had already been cleared out. So who, or what, was standing there? Maybe a long-gone teacher or principal who never really left. This footage, recorded by a Nanny cam, captured something truly unsettling. As someone walks by, the kitchen light flickers on. Everything seems normal at first, but then something terrifying can be seen. In the doorway, a head slowly peeks through, pale white skin, hollow black eyes. The homeowner, completely unaware, finishes up and walks away. What was lurking in her home that night? Something real or just an elaborate prank? A mother and her child were walking through the neighborhood when something unexpected happened. In a split second, the child vanished inside. Some say that when they tried to get the child out, they were already gone, suggesting Pennywise might be real. But without any proof, it's more likely the kid was still there and just pulled out quickly. Still, quite a scare. Back in 2020, a Reddit user snapped a quick selfie in their living room. At the time, it was just them, their sister, and their dad at home. No one else was supposed to be there. But in the background, someone or something can be seen. They were sure it wasn't their sister, and it definitely wasn't their dad. Weird things had always happened in that house, but this was different. The figure looked real. Too real. It even cast a shadow. And that's what made them question everything. Was it a ghost caught on camera, or had someone actually been inside the house without them knowing? This next footage was recorded over 12 years ago at Ciudad de la Plaza in Guadalajara, Mexico. The video quality is terrible, but what it captures is chilling. For years, workers and shoppers at the plaza have reported strange occurrences. The sound of a child running and laughing late at night. Some even claim they've seen a boy who vanishes right before their eyes. One night after closing, security guards spotted a lone child sprinting through the back hallways. When they reviewed the footage, they saw something they couldn't explain. The boy disappears through a locked door. A guard went to check. He opened the door, but the boy wasn't there.
Ay, no mames.
No, ¿y sabes qué?
Then, from behind, the boy's head appeared above the guard. Could this be the same ghost so many people claim to have seen? In April 2023, a strange video aired on Indonesian national news. It was filmed in a mall parking garage during a fire evacuation. People were rushing out in a panic when, for a split second, a shadowy figure appeared at the far end of the garage. Some believed it was a Pontianak, a ghostly female spirit from Southeast Asian folklore, said to appear after a woman dies during childbirth. While many dismissed the video as fake, others weren't so sure. But even if it wasn't a Pontianak, it definitely didn't look human. A young woman was living alone in a home deep in the Appalachian Mountains when something terrifying happened.
Gabe? Gabe? It's your mom. You should come out. You've been there for so long. Gabe? Come out. Gabe? Gabe, it's your mother. You should come out.
Then what's your name then?
One night, someone started knocking at her door, claiming to be her mother, asking her to come outside. But the voice didn't sound quite right. Frightened, she called her mom, who quickly came to pick her up, and that night she stayed with her family, knowing she'd have to move out of the mountains as soon as possible. To this day, it's unclear whether it was just a disturbed stranger or something mimicking her mom to lure her out. A woman was filming her dog Rosie, who had been staring intently in one direction, when suddenly, this happened.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
A shadowy figure can be seen reaching out toward the dog. Just as it seemed to make contact, Rosie jerked away. There were no signs of a prank, no one visibly nearby, no clear explanation. The woman shared the clip online, unsure of what to make of it, but one thing was certain: Rosie knew something wasn't right. A man was grocery shopping at Costco, looking to buy some salmon, but when he went to grab one, he got an unpleasant surprise.
Oh, the worm.
Look at that guy. He's happy as hell, just cruising around in there.
Wow.
Yep.
Because they have these things in them, huh?
Maybe they'll give me a discount on that one.
Huh.
That's what I'm talking about, though. They're loaded with those parasites. I don't know what they are.
Those are dukes, no?
Right here. Fresh coho salmon.
It
must be. It must be fresh. Hell yeah. I mean, if it's got a live worm in there, shit. When you go for tequila, that shit's dead.
While alarming, this isn't uncommon, and it's not the store's fault. Most salmon carry these worms, and if not cooked properly, they can end up alive in your system, and even when cooked correctly, tiny, crunchy worms might still be present. It's a common issue that's rarely talked about, and many consumers have no idea. Maybe a warning in the packaging could help prevent surprises for those who might unknowingly eat these slimy creatures. But then again, would you still buy it? One night, a man was alone in his house when he heard a loud, urgent knocking at the door. But when he opened it, no one was there. The moment he shut the door, the knocking started again. Confused and uneasy, he checked a nearby locked room, just in case. But there was nothing inside, and the knocking didn't stop. How it all ended he never shared. We can only hope there was a logical explanation. After goofing around all day, Mikey Mamps and his friends decided to try a Ouija board at 5 a.m. inside a haunted tunnel at a local state park.
Are there any spirits here that want to contact us? What the? I hear a car.
Are you kidding me?
I think we're good.
Oh, we're chilling.
Why do we keep hearing that?
I don't know. Like every time I ask if there's a spirit, I hear another car. Oh, and there's a car. Look at that.
Every single time Mikey asked if a spirit was there, a car showed up. But then they asked one last time, and from the far end of the tunnel, something actually answered.
Are there any spirits here that like to contact us? Please answer.
We had to get an answer. I don't understand why we're not getting an answer.
I'm getting so nervous.
I keep hearing things.
I hear
Is that a car?
No way.
What? Oh, shit. Dude.
Spooked, they bolted, totally forgetting to say goodbye on the board. And according to the rules, that means whatever they contacted might still be hanging around. Back in October 2013, during his brother's wedding weekend in Las Vegas, a Facebook user was staying in a rented house with his family. Late at night, on the 26th around 10:30 p.m, he headed to the spa alone, waiting for his girlfriend to join him. The pool lights weren't working, and there were no visible lights for the spa either. While relaxing in the water, he suddenly felt something tugging at his thighs, like something was trying to pull him under. Startled, he jumped out and quickly snapped a few photos with his iPhone. The next night, while scrolling through wedding pictures, one image caught his eye. In the dark water, a faint but clearly human-like figure could be seen, staring up at him. If this is real, it's an absolutely terrifying story, don't you think? On August 20th, 2017, Josh from Exploring with Josh traveled to Italy with 4 friends to explore abandoned places. First up, a shut-down theme park from the 1960s that closed in 2002 due to safety and hygiene issues. Next, they made their way to an old textile factory, abandoned since 2003. At first, the vibe was typical, eerie but exciting. Then they realized they weren't alone.
I think these walls are supposed to keep people out. This place looks massive already. Now with all the trees out the way, you can see how big this place is. Damn. Goes so far down, what the heck?
Let's just wait till we get over the corner there.
There's other people here, but I think they're just explorers. They sound like just kids. Dude, check out the vines.
Villa, puoi fare il foto? Non farmi il foto, per favore.
No?
Per favore, il foto.
Okay.
Ho il video culturale, per favore. What is that?
I don't know what this guy's trying to do. I don't know if he wants our money or something, but he's over there talking about money and trying to do something. I'm just like, yeah, screw it, man. We're trying to film.
Walking out of the room I just showed you into this one right next door. It's even huger. With tons of vines just on the walls, hanging, dangling.
Other people were inside. At first, they seemed harmless, but as the group moved deeper into the factory, more strangers began to appear, and their behavior turned unsettling.
There's a guy down there, he's seen us, stopped here, and just drove away.
Still cool to see because this is probably the most biggest factory that's abandoned in the world. I'm just guessing, but it is so massive that I really think it is. We don't want to encounter those people again because there's a bit more than before, and they're all like, I don't know, man, they all literally seem like they're up to no good. I feel like we're gonna get jumped if we go over there, so we're finding another way out just to be safe.
Out at the other end of the building.
You think there's a way out of there? If we just
Yeah, I think so. There's a way on.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's go.
Feeling uneasy, Josh and his crew decided to leave quietly, but one man followed them.
Jeez. Well, we're almost out. Now we just gotta find a staircase down and we're free.
If only there was like a...
Oh, right here, right here. We're free.
Oh no.
He's coming. Yeah, he's coming. Oh, he's coming right now. He's coming right now. There's a different guy? I can't see if he has anything in his hands or not. My camera's looking back for us. Let's just get out of here.
Yeah, let's just go. How close is it, Josh? Can you see him?
He's literally right behind us. Explorers, that was legit creepy. Like, you seen how we were going through the dark alleyways and like that? Literally, like, I was vlogging as we went. Like, as soon as I showed you guys the dark alleyways, we were walking through it, and as soon as I seen the stairway went down, there wasn't no cut like 5 minutes later or 10 minutes later. No, it was as soon as we get down, all of a sudden he's calling us right where we were.
Thankfully, they made it out safely. But what were his intentions? Back in 1990 in the Philippines, a simple photo was taken of two girls smiling at the camera. It looked like just another happy moment, until people noticed something strange. Next to the girl in the black dress, there appeared to be someone else. Yet no one else was supposed to be there. Only two people had been physically present when the photo was taken. So who, or what, was that third figure? To this day, it remains a mystery. Jessie Sims and her friend were messing around with a Ouija board when things took a dark turn. Out of nowhere, Jessie felt dizzy and asked, "Are any of you good?" The answer was a firm no. Trying not to panic, she kept asking questions, hoping whatever they contacted wasn't something evil.
What do you want from us? Shut up.
Then they asked, "What do you want?" The board spelled out one chilling word: you. Moments later, Jessie's nose started bleeding heavily. Let's hope they didn't bring something back with them. When a couple checked on their Husky through their security camera while they were away, it seemed like the dog had company. Yet, no one was there. The Husky appeared to be playing with someone, barking and staring into thin air. When they posted the video online, some viewers thought it was just a dog having zoomies, but that doesn't explain the eerie voices. And since dogs are known to pick up on things we can't, maybe it was a spirit after all. The ghost hunters from Clip Store are exploring a spooky abandoned building that's been empty for over 30 years. A woman took her own life there after a fight with the building's owner, who mysteriously vanished soon after. The other tenants believed the place was cursed, and one by one they moved out. It's been empty ever since. Now, one investigator is inside the former owner's apartment, while the other explores a nearby building. They're talking on the phone, when things take a strange turn.
これどう考えても離れってもうオーナー宅じゃないっていう、ただちょっとお互いその見つけた部屋を調査する。何の音今の？え？何の音？
One of them hears a sound and looks up to see a face staring down at him from the floor above. But when he checks, no one's there. He heads upstairs to investigate. Then, in the mirror, he sees them. Bare feet standing just behind them. He spins around and finds nothing. Shaken, he bolts outside. Did they come face to face with the spirit of the former tenant, or was it all just an elaborate hoax? The crew of Proving Demons went exploring a house rumored to have once hosted an exorcism. After a long hike to the abandoned structure, they entered through a crawl hole. But once inside, it didn't feel abandoned at all. It looked like someone had been living there. In one room, they found a bed, clothes, and even a full backpack.
Dude, what the hell? I don't like this. Bro, like I was the door just freaking closed by itself!
Despite some eerie sounds, they pushed on, until they came across something even stranger.
It's like he's turning into a ghost on that one.
Check this out. These are some photos he just found in the bathroom. It's like this dude transforming or something. I don't know. What? Yeah. Look at this. These are all Polaroids taken probably with that camera right there. But look at that. Whoa. It's like they're doing a ritual in this house. Whoa. The story actually thickens. What the heck is going on?
A set of creepy Polaroids that looked like they captured some kind of ritual, or maybe even an exorcism. One of the crew members started feeling physically affected, and after a bit more exploring, they decided it was probably best to leave. Still, they couldn't help but wonder who had been living there and what was the story behind those photos. A mom was terrified when her daughter kept saying she saw someone in her room.
The guy is at the door.
Guy.
Can we go together?
Yeah.
We open it.
I want mommy to open it.
Okay.
He's in there.
The guy?
Yeah. He's scary.
He's scary.
Concerned and a little freaked out, she set up a camera to see what was really going on. One night, the doorbell started ringing, and suddenly the camera turned on its own, now pointing straight at a mannequin in the playhouse. How is that possible? Do kids see things we can't? A mother and her daughter were walking back home one evening when they noticed a dark shape in front of their daughter's bedroom window.
Alright, flash it up there. Oh, now it's gone. Put your flashlight down. Let's see if it'll do it again. Alright, put it up, hurry. Oh, look at that.
Somehow the shape vanished as soon as the light hit it. Now maybe there's a logical explanation, but according to them, it didn't make any sense. Also, it didn't look like a regular shadow either, though it's hard to say for sure. Since that night, they haven't seen it again, but they have experienced other strange things in the house. Is a ghost haunting their home? Chaos Prodigy, a YouTuber, and his friends ventured into the woods late at night to try a Ouija board session. With no one else around, they called out to any spirits that might be nearby. At first, nothing. Then, just as the planchette began to spell out a name, this happened.
What is that?
W?
No, V. The V. What the What the Say goodbye. Goodbye.
Strange sounds coming from the trees. Spooked, they bolted, leaving the board behind and never closing the session. The video ends too quickly to confirm who or what they heard that night. A man in Arizona stepped outside late at night to grab his DoorDash order and finally caught a strange sound on camera. It was something he'd been trying to record for 4 or 5 years. This eerie noise had haunted his nights for a long time, echoing through the stillness whenever everything else was quiet. He never saw where it came from, only ever heard it. It didn't sound like regular wildlife, at least not anything he could recognize. Some guessed it might be an owl, but most agreed the sound was just a little too unnatural. It's never been shared whether the man ever found out what it was, or if the sounds are still happening. A Facebook user recently was buying an old house in Iowa, built way back in 1900. While checking out the place, they snapped some photos, just to share with others and maybe get a few thoughts on it. But when they looked closely at the picture, there was a shape or figure in the image, and they weren't sure what to make of it. They wondered if it was just a reflection of the person taking the photo or something else entirely. But when it comes to century-old houses, you can't help but feel a little spooked. Someone's radiator had been making strange noises, so they decided to check it out. As they got closer, the sounds seemed to be coming from behind it. They started filming, hoping the camera might catch something hidden from view. The lens slowly turned toward the source, staring into the darkness beneath the radiator for minutes. Then an eye appeared. But it didn't look like it belonged to a mouse or any kind of rodent. It looked bigger, almost human. Some commenters, though, don't see an eye at all. They claim it was just a large insect scurrying past. So, what do you see? A man unlocked the door to a room filled with creepy horror props, including a life-size doll of Reagan from The Exorcist. He claimed he'd been hearing strange sounds coming from the room and decided to check it out. As if the room wasn't unsettling enough to visit in the middle of the night, something terrifying happened. A figure appeared from behind the doll. The video is undeniably creepy, but I'm not convinced it's real. It would be pretty easy to stage. Still, who owns stuff like that? That alone is a little disturbing. Late one night, a woman named Anisha was recording the lights flickering in her home, but while she recorded, something terrifying happened. It's just for a moment, but in that brief flash, a shadowy figure appeared. It looked like a young boy, barely visible, staring up at the mirror. The sight is so quick you could miss it if you blink. Was it really a ghost caught on camera, or just some weird glitch? A ghost hunter named Tracy was exploring a haunted house in an abandoned ghost town, completely alone. While filming, she placed her camera on the floor, just to see what it might catch, and this is what she caught. Strange noises started echoing through the empty space, and a dark shadow moved slowly across the wall. It's hard to tell if it was a real shadow figure or just someone passing by a window. The sounds could have been fake, like something playing from a hidden speaker, but out there in that silent ghost town, everything felt just a little too real. A popular Twitch streamer, Kai Cenat, recently went live with rapper NLE Choppa. The stream had a chill vibe, pulling in thousands of viewers, but around 20 minutes in, something strange happened. Take a look.
I got a surprise for you, bro. I knew you was coming, gang.
Oh, God. You got a surprise for me?
I got a surprise for you, bro.
Damn, that's how you know we in sync, cuz. We in sync. We know what's up, bro.
Alright. Bring the baddies down.
Oh, baddies.
Bring the baddies down.
No, Ramadan did just end.
I'm joking, bro. I got no baddies.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I got no baddies, bro. I got no baddies, chat. Wait, they said there's a clip here that we have to watch. Closet door opened by itself. No, it did not, bro. Stop lying, dude.
You got ghosts?
No, I don't got no ghosts, bro.
Yes, you could.
Closet door is right there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God. You got a surprise for me?
I got a surprise for you, bro.
Damn, that's how you know we in sync, cuz. We in sync. We know what's up, bro.
Alright.
No. Cuz, what the fuck?
Bro. Alright. Bring the baddies down. Yo. No.
What type of shit you got going on? I hope they can take a bullet on my ammo and get no fine in there. I ain't gonna like it.
What the?
The chat blew up, prompting both Kai and NLE to rewind the footage. Despite watching it multiple times, neither could explain it. Their nervous reactions seemed genuine, making some viewers believe it could have been paranormal. A few skeptics, though, accused Kai of staging it to boost engagement. Whether a prank or paranormal, it left everyone unsettled and talking. At Antoine's, a legendary old restaurant in New Orleans that once served as a jail, a photographer was given the chance to explore the wine cellar. While there, they snapped a photo of someone bidding in an online wine auction. Only 3 people were in the cellar at the time: the auction participant, the photographer, and the tour guide, who wasn't in the frame. The next day, as the photographer flipped through the shots, something strange caught their eye. In one of the photos, a shadowy figure appeared in the background, someone they were certain hadn't been there. How is that possible? An employee had installed a surveillance camera in a conference room when one evening she caught something terrifying. A head appeared in the window of the room that was supposed to be completely empty. Her colleagues brushed it off, so she set the camera back up and went into the room again to explain what had happened. But she heard a whisper right by her ear saying, "Hello." Frozen in fear, she stopped recording and bolted. She never stepped foot in that room again, with her manager's full approval. Now, let's watch some more creepy vids.